Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me. This time we're in the normal thing, so let's get into it. I am planning for September 26th through October 2nd. So this was the last plan with me you guys saw. Yes, I'm fully aware that most of my videos did not go up while I was gone. This is the current week we're on. We're currently on this day when I'm filming, so I definitely have character stickers to put in and a few more things to add on this side. But you know what? I was in Salem this entire week, which was absolutely fantastic, and I have stories for you guys for this whole week. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's get into it, okay? I'm not going to talk much about the kit. You see the kit? Let's go. All right? Because we got loads of information. Because we just, it was such a blast. I was so excited. I am so glad that I went on this trip. Salem has been on my bucket list for years. Oh my gosh, probably since I was a teenager for sure. I've always wanted to go to New England. It's always been one of my things that I've wanted to do. I wanted to do like an original 13 colonies tour and visit all these historical sites. I'm such a sucker for historical stuff. Just such a sucker. Oh gosh, here comes the dreaded decision. Oh no, it's glitter headers. That was easy. As soon as I saw that purple, I was like, yep, glitter headers it is. That was super simple because around here it isn't always simple, so we made it simple this time. Okay, I am going to be a rambling fool. I'm probably gonna have to get up after this video and go get me my water because yeah, I don't need to get parched in the middle of a video and be like coughing and everything, you know, because that's super attractive on a video. All right, where do we begin? Oh, well, let's begin with the beginning. All right, so Tuesday the 6th is when I left to fly to Boston. So the plan was for a few of us to fly into Boston and drive up to Maine, where Caitlin from TPC is at, and spend a couple days at her house and have some adventures, and then go down to Salem. So that is what we did. Oh, did we have adventures. So I'm on my way from where I'm at to the airport I was leaving is about a 2-hour drive. So about the same distance from Boston Airport to Caitlin's front door is about what I had to drive here in Texas to get to the airport. Yeah, kind of crazy. Okay. So the drive was nothing for me. Nothing. All right, let me find my date dots because that's what I need. So yeah, my husband and my kids drove me to the airport. I am always so nervous when it comes to flying. I don't know why all the time, but I was super nervous. So I had like butterflies in my stomach. I was just not ready for this trip. And we get there and get through security. I got through security super fast. Like super fast. And then surprisingly, on the way home, I ended up finding a line because I bougied it up this time, okay? So I knew that my flight was about 4 hours long. I wanted to go to Salem for years, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this right. I'm gonna have a lot of luggage anyways because I plan on bringing stuff home. So let's just do this. So I flew first class. Oh my gosh, it was the best thing in the world. It was so comfy. It was so exciting because we were just so attended to in first class. That is one thing for sure. Like, our drinks were never empty. The food was pretty darn good, I'd say. Much better than just having some Biscoff cookies and a Coke in the back. That's for sure. I had a full breakfast, which was great. So by the time I got boarded and all of that stuff, I was very much more relaxed. I don't know why I always get so nervous. driving to the airport, things like that. But you know, it is what it is. That's just how I operate. So fly, like I said, it was about a 4-hour flight. I grabbed a book, so I was reading. I was more awake on that flight than I was on my flight back home, because I fell asleep 3 times on my flight back home. You'll probably hear that a couple more times as we talk about all of this, but I digress. All right, so let's get into this. I think I'm going to use sticky notes for sure. Let's see what colors of sticky notes I have and what color I am missing. Okay, so I'm missing like this really light limey green. We're gonna sit here and talk while I look for this really light limey green color that hopefully I have. So flight went off without a hitch. It was super yeah, that green will not work. Oh, will that green work? I think that green might work. Where's my sticky notes? I need to make sure that I'm not... No, that's going to be too yellowy. All right, so get there. I go and get my rental car. Well, okay, so we landed early, but it took our luggage forever to get to the luggage claim, which was annoying because I had a rental car to pick up and I wanted to get going. I think this is going to be the perfect, pretty darn close. Okay, I'm gonna keep this to the side for just a minute because if I have another color, be good. So my rental car thing said, look for the rental car company's van outside and take the van. Yeah. No, there was what we call a, oh, this color for sure. June 2021, you are my savior. That is the color for sure. All right. See, we didn't have to flip through so many. Just a few. Just a few. So we, you know, it tells me find the car rental banner and the van will bring you over, or the bus will bring you over. Yeah, that really isn't how it works there. They have a bus called Rental Car Center, so everybody and their mother is waiting for this place. And yeah, it took me, by the time the 4th bus came, I was able to finally get on. Now, mind you, I had lots of, well, not lots of luggage. Normally, I always just do my carry-on plus a personal item. That's usually all I do for, for what I take on a trip. But knowing that this time was going to be a lot more, because I planned on shopping, I planned on bringing stuff home, I had a really big piece of luggage. So maneuvering through the crowds with 2 rolling bags plus my personal bag, yeah, I wasn't about to fight people for space on the bus. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait, and I'm just gonna wait, and I'm just gonna wait until I can be the first one on. So there I was, finally, 4th bus, first one on, and I get to the rental car place. Okay, nobody's in line for the rental car company I used, which was nice, until we go to pay for it, and my card won't work. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm on the phone with my credit card company. They're doing test runs. They're like, your card's working just fine. You know, can they manually input it? They're like, nope, can't manually input it. So luckily I had another card. Otherwise I would have been up-ish creek and stuff. And we were on our way. But oh my gosh, it was so annoying. So I used the card later on, and sure enough, it worked just fine. So it was definitely them and not me. But still very, very annoying, because that's, I mean, I've already been traveling, and that's the last I want to really deal with all of this. So I get to my rental car. I love my rental car. I ended up having a Hyundai Hyundai, whatever. Santa Fe. It was super comfy, much comfier than the rental car that we took to Kentucky. And I had a blast. Had an absolute blast driving that car. So I'm definitely that car is on my list for watching and stuff, because we are going to be in the market for a new car soon. I can tell you that much. We have a 16-year-old, so yeah, you guessed it. And my husband's car won't last forever, so we have those things we have to do. All right, so get going, get driving. I was one of the first ones there, so everybody else came in later. Kelly from Beyond Paper Flowers was so kind to coordinate her stuff and go up and pick them up on her way up to Maine, so that made things easy on that end. Their flights were much more delayed than mine were, so because by the time I got to Caitlin's house and everything, they were still a couple hours behind. Not all flights had gotten in, so yeah, I definitely had been on the road for almost an hour by the time anybody started landing. So yeah, that was fun, because I was going to sit and wait for people, but their flights were just too late, and I don't like driving in the dark. Actually, I have night blindness, so anything that can prevent me from driving in the dark, if I can do that and prevent that, I do. Otherwise, it probably would have taken us 2.5 to 3 hours to get up there, but that's neither here nor there. So, I get up, meet Caitlin's children, talking with them. I'm talking maps with Darius. Junior's like, I know who you are. You're not cool because you're not Auntie Steph's staff, so bye. It's all the love in the world. I have no problem with, a kid not liking me. I have 4 of my own, and some days my kids don't like me either. So we get up there, everybody gets coming into the house, we're hugging, this, that, and the other, and somehow there was a few freaky things that happened on this trip, but Kelly's keys got misplaced somehow. Like, we don't know how they ended up where they ended up. It was all just a little weird and spooky and going, what is going on here? So we start looking more on Wednesday. But we have some things we have to go take care of. So Tuesday night was dinner and just chatting and having a great time. Stephanie is a hoot. The dogs were wonderful. Got to hug Destiny. Monica was there. Oh my gosh, Monica is hilarious. And we will get to Monica here in just a minute, because she is absolutely just one of my favorite people now. So yeah. So we end up going to bed pretty late that night. Me being me, because I'm a dork, end up getting up super early and getting showered before everybody and ready, because that's actually just kind of how I roll at home. I don't stay in my pajamas for very long. I, just get moving about my day. So we get doing that, and that's the day that we are, so now we're on Wednesday the 7th. That is the day that we are heading out to downtown Portland. We're going to go have lunch with some of Caitlin's friends, and we're going to go on to a lobster boat. Oh my gosh, the lobster boat was so much fun. So we head down to downtown Portland. We say hi to Jason at the police department, because he's going to go with us and go with us on our lobster boat adventure. And we were going to go to this one place. I think it was called the High Roller. I can't be 100% positive. But it's where Stephanie wanted to go because she wanted to get her lobster roll. Well, on Wednesdays they're closed. So we end up going and getting donuts and everything. We get donuts, which we all went ham wild for these donuts. I mean, they were buying shirts and sweats, and we each bought like, what was it, 25 donuts? Yeah, 25 donuts, so 5 different flavors. We had boxes of donuts. We had like over 100 donuts that we took home with us. Now, mind you, they're not like normal sized donuts, so don't think we're that crazy. They're the little tiny like 2-bite donuts. So we took them home to also share with the kiddos, which I know they were super ecstatic about having. And we then ended up going to a local place called Anthony's, I think it was. Anyways, their chicken Caesar wrap was so good. Oh my gosh, I was in heaven. It was so yummy. I was so happy. Oh, it was, yes, to die for. And then we head over and we go look at sea bags, and we head over to our lobster boat, and we head out on the lobster boat. And I'll be honest, I was a little bit worried. I didn't know how I was going to react to being on a boat. It has been years since I've been on a boat. Like, we're talking like 20 plus years since I've been on a boat. So I was a little bit worried. I didn't know how I was going to react. We get out there on the boat. The day is beautiful. The seas are not choppy. It is the perfect day for going out on the lobster boat. So yeah, I was so ecstatic. So we learned a whole bunch of history with like lobsters and the forts and the islands and everything. And we get to our first lobster cage, and they're like, well, who put this on? And so it was Caitlin, like, okay, you get the pleasure of pulling up our first lobster cage. And so she's going, and she's like, and nobody's sitting there helping her. We're just all staring at her. She's like, anytime now you can jump in. And nobody jumped in, so I jumped in, because that's what I do, because that's just kind of my thing. I will jump in when somebody needs help. I'll wait to see if you actually do need help, but if you do, then I'll jump in. So we jumped on, and I get there and I start pulling it up hand over hand. My training from the Navy came back to me. How you sit and how you pull it up. I guess all those times of boot camp and having to pull in the rope from the anchor and wrap it around and stuff like that really came back to me. And everything. And then I look back, and Caitlin's just literally just holding the rope like I'm doing something while I'm pulling it in hand over hand. You get it. You get it. So we all laughed and chuckled. We got to hold lobsters. So obviously if you went to my social media, you got to see that I was holding a lobster. It was fun. We learned all about the measurements of lobsters and which ones you can actually take and which ones you can't. And then we get to the lobster reproduction. You guys, oh my goodness. You had to have been there with all of the shenanigans of recreating the telling of how lobsters mate. I won't go into detail here and stuff, but ask Kelly and ask Stephanie how lobsters. Oh no, I don't need that. What am I doing? I'm like, why is there no like little space? That's because I'm getting ahead of myself. Ask them how it's all done, because it's a hoot. It really is. So we learned all about the mating aspects of females. We got to see what they look like up close, their whole undersides and everything. And the dude's holding, he's got a male and a female, and he puts the male in between his legs, and the male is just like rah, 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 trying to get away. And then all of a sudden he's just like, and he just slumps over, claws pointed down, head pointed down, like he was defeated. He just gave up. He's like, it's not worth it anymore. It was hilarious. And then he starts rubbing the female lobster, and she starts arching her back. Oh my gosh, we were in stitches. It was so funny. So funny. But then we caught this little one. Oh my gosh, he was adorable. He was so cute. Oh, he was little tiny one. I mean, you wouldn't even have to measure his shell to know that you couldn't keep him. But his right claw had been, he had lost it somehow. And so then, you know, things regenerate. So he's this cute little thing. And every time you touch the cage or you come up to him, you go, ah. And we were like, oh, no. It was so cute. It was adorable. When, you know, a whole bunch of women on the boat, you can't help but just be happy at cuteness. So, you know, that is what it is. It's just the cuteness factor of it all. So I had an absolute best time of my life on that boat. Best time of my life on that boat. I even told my husband, I was like, we need to get a boat now, because I was so at peace. I was so calm on the boat, which was strikingly different than what I thought it was going to be, because like I said, didn't know how I was going to react to being on a boat. But yeah, we had a grand old time. So my husband was like verifying with everybody, did she really say that we could get a boat? Did she really say? Yes, I really did say it. So, you know, and now it's out here on these interwebs, so I really did say we need to get a boat. There is definitely no lying on my side of everything. So, sorry, I think I had a mosquito try to bite me on the neck. Is that not the weirdest feeling? Ugh. I'm so over mosquitoes. They get inside and they're just everywhere. I hate this time of year. Oh, so sorry for my little spaz out there, but definitely felt like I had a mosquito biting me on the neck. So, ugh, yeah, all right. So, back to where we were after minor freak out. So yeah, and then, you know, we went back in, got off the boat. It was so much fun. I did not get seasick, so I had nothing to worry about. I didn't even take any of the Dramamine that I brought because I didn't know if I was going to. I was, like I said, I was a little scared. I didn't know what was going to happen, but, you know, it all worked out very well. Okay, so let me figure this out real quick. What do I want to do? Yeah, let's do this guy. And then we'll put the sticky note up top. I don't think I put any sticky notes down close to the bottom this time, did I? Oh wow, that's super crooked. That will drive me nuts all day long. So yeah, didn't get seasick, didn't have any like feelings of like, didn't have sea legs or anything like that, so everything went really, really great. I'm happy with the full trip. We went and toured next year's convention site, so I'm just saying, if you didn't go to convention this last year, you might want to go this upcoming year, because it's gonna be awesome. I mean, you know, besides all the crazy and wonderful people that will be there, it's gonna be awesome. So we went and toured that, and then we grabbed dinner, and sat around and chilled. And that was the night of the Big Old Live. So if you were there on the Big Old Live, you saw us there, and we were drum rolling on the table and everything. Yeah. We didn't realize that it was going to make everything glitch out so that you couldn't hear. So our apologies for that, because that is not something that we realized was going to happen, and everything. So, you know, but we were having a grand old time. It was nice to be there and see, well, I mean, we didn't really chat in the comment box, but it was nice to be like, hey, and, you know, say congratulations to all the winners. We really loved doing that. But yeah, was it a later bedtime that night? I don't remember if it was a later bedtime that night. I don't think it was. It may have been. But I crashed out. We all crashed out that night. You know, and then once again, I wake up in the morning and I get ready before everybody else because I'm a weirdo, and don't know how to sleep in when we have events going on like that. So yeah. Okay, so how did I do my sidebar? Okay, we can do that. We'll do that. Same kind of concept as we have been doing the past couple of weeks, which will work wonderfully. Okay, let's do the purple. So yeah, we had a grand old time up there in Maine. I got to check something off my bucket list, which makes me super happy because I love checking things off my bucket list. It just makes me happy. Okay, so what do we want to do? Definitely important. Okay, so I put the wrong dates on the date dots, you guys. I was like, I'm not planning for this upcoming week. Put the wrong date dots. Ugh, jeez. All right, let's get this down and let's fix those date dots. Why did you guys not tell me? Okay, probably some of you guys did tell me, and because this is not like live and stuff, I clearly don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so I just wasted date dots, but that's okay because I have plenty more where they came from. I'm like looking over here going, man, what do I have going on this upcoming week? And then I'm looking at the date and I'm like, okay, vault sale. Wait, no, because I shouldn't already be planned for vault sale. Yeah, I'm just a goofus, that's all. All right, I need a 1 and a 2. Do I have any of those? Yes, I do. All right, let's fix these date dots now that I totally jacked everything up because, well, you know, it is what it is. But at least we have date dots so that we can put things down and just fix things easy. Just like that, like nothing ever happened. This isn't the first time in my life I've done this. It won't be the last time, but you know, I clearly was into my story more than I was accurate dates. So that's all good. Alrighty, let's take a look-see at it. Let me kind of move this stuff about. And yeah, let's take a look here and see what we got going on. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that, you guys. Makes me happy. All the colors. I'm digging the colors. So, all right, you guys. That was my first couple of days in Maine. Stay tuned for my next video because we'll continue on as we do our drive down to Salem and the things we did in Salem. I'm all week long. You guys are going to get a little bit of everything that I did on my trip this last week because, well, now 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Because it was an amazing and fantastic time, and I hope you laugh at the stories that I have to tell. So, yeah. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. Share this video if you feel so inclined to. And that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.